Good morning, everybody. My name is Kemlynn. I am the medical manager for Lambert's Healthcare here at our Broadway location. This morning we're going to go over a little bit of information about our rollators, just so you guys at home kind of know how to adjust them, know how to work them. We're going to show you some general maintenance things to do with them. If you guys ever have any questions, of course, you can always call us. We can work on them here at our Broadway location. So what we're going to do to start with is one of the biggest calls that we have for on rollators is how do we adjust them. So all the rollators, no matter what brand you have, generally have the same adjustments to them, and they're mainly in your handlebars. So when you look at your rollators, typically most of them have some type of a screw to them that you're going to loosen right here. When you loosen, this bolt actually comes off, and then there's a screw that goes through the shaft, and you just take this out, and then they're going to be adjustable up and down, so you can adjust it to the height that you're going to need. Now, of course, if you ever have questions about how to adjust it, if you are seeing a therapist, they can help you do this part of it, but we're going to show you a general rule of how you want to adjust them while you're at home. So what you want to do is you want to comfortably just stand inside of your rollator, and this is the same thing for walkers. So when you're standing in your rollator, you want your handlebars to meet you in your wrist area. So this is a little bit too short for me.
Please hold off uniform solution.
Excuse that. But anyways, you want to just stand inside of it, and you want to just relax your arms comfortably to your side. And when you do that, you want to adjust your rollator handlebars to meet you in that wrist area. So if I was about this tall, this would be perfect for me because it's meeting me right in that wrist area. So once you have your adjustments made, another big factor about rollators that people need to remember when using them, you have brakes right here. They're kind of like the bicycle brake. You can squeeze them to temporarily brake them. So if you hit a slight hill and you want to kind of put the brakes on a little bit so it doesn't get up from underneath of you, you can squeeze them. But now here's the most important part that we really want to stress to people. Before you sit down in this rollator or before you stand up and get back out of it, these brakes actually have a locking mechanism to them. If you push the brakes down, it'll lock those back wheels into place. So when you have them locked, it's less likely to roll out from underneath of you before you stand up or before you, of course, you sit down. That's the number one thing that we see with people when they kind of roll out from under them. So you just have to be very, very, very careful and remember to use those brakes. Now, same thing with brakes over time, because they're like a bicycle brake, they can loosen, and sometimes they need adjustments to them. And again, we can do all this for you here at Lambert's. Just give us a call. One of our service technicians can set up an appointment to adjust this for you. But I'm going to show you real quick how to do that if you're able to do it at home. So on your brake cables, if you come all the way down to the bottom of your back tires, pretty much, well, most of the rollators brakes are on the back wheels. So this is something to remember, but you just follow your brake cable down to the tire that it's actually on. You have a little nut right here. Loosening and tightening that nut is going to adjust your brakes. Now when you're doing this, you just want to tighten it just a little bit at a time. You don't want to over tighten them, or you don't want to make them too loose to where your brakes aren't taken. So right now, if you watch this brake pad right here, you see how it's going up and down? I'm putting the brakes on and taking them off. So if that ever becomes sluggish, you can make that adjustment on this bolt right here, and that'll tighten them up for you. Another thing I want to show you guys is how to fold these. We're often asked this question as well. Most of these fold exactly the same way, again, no matter which brand you get. So when you lift up your seat, there's a couple of different ways that this could work. Some of them have actual straps that come over your baskets, whether you have a cloth basket, metal basket. The biggest thing, if you have a metal basket, you're gonna have to remove that. You can't fold it with the metal baskets in there. This has a cloth basket, and this has the straps. So you simply pull up on that strap, and it's gonna fold it. This one does have a folding backrest to it as well, so it's gonna make it a little bit more compact to get it in a car a little bit easier. Not all of them have that folding backrest. This one is just equipped with it. It's just this particular model. So when you've got it folded, when you get it out of your car to unfold it, this bar right here in the center of it, you just push down. Make sure it locks. You'll feel kind of a little lock to it. Make sure it's locked before you actually start using it. Now, if you don't have this strap, again, there's different types of straps on it. This one just happens to come across the whole thing. If you're missing your strap, that's okay. You can just pull up on the bar itself. Just watch your fingers right here so you don't get them pinched in there. But you just pull up in that bar and it's going to fold exactly the same way. Another thing I want to show you guys, and this is mainly just for storage. You don't ever want to take your backrest off and leave it off. But if you guys are needing to store it, if you're going on a trip, you need more space in your trunk, most of these have a removable backrest. The biggest thing is just remember to put it back on before you actually start using it. Of course, if you don't have your backrest on there, you risk falling backwards when you sit on it if you forget it's not there. Most of them will have little push buttons on both sides of them. You have to push them at the same time, push in on them, and then you pull out. And then your backrest comes off. And again, this is just for storage. Please remember to put it back on before you guys actually use the rollator. And to put it back on, you're just going to line up the holes, push your buttons back in, and then slide it back in. And then your backrest is back on. So that's just general tips and rules over the rollators. Again, we have service technicians on staff. We're here and we're happy to help you guys with anything. Feel free to call us anytime. Also, whether it be rollators, walkers, wheelchairs, lift chairs, hospital beds, whatever you have in your home that maybe you need maintenance on, or if you have questions about how to use it, or if you feel like there's a piece broken, whatever it may be, don't ever hesitate to call us. You can also leave comments in the comment section of this video. We'll respond to you typically within 24 hours. We're here to help you guys any way that we can. Just please don't ever hesitate to give us a call. You can reach us here locally at this location at 865-523-1103. You can ask for our operations department or our medical department. Either one of us can help you guys with your issues. Again, thank you for watching us. I hope you guys have a great day, and I hope you had a wonderful Easter with your families. Thank you.